Your second, next object, which is your passport.
My passport, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, in the prologue of the book, you talk about the British citizenship test that you took. Is being recognized as a British citizen important to you then?
So I thought of it when I was doing it as just really getting my papers in order, kind of. I mean, it was pretty much like, taking out a British driver's license. It was just something that, that made life in my adopted country more convenient. It was something that was necessary to have. And then I went through the whole ceremony and I was sworn in, and it was very sweet and touching, and I was very pleased. But when I sent off for my passport and it arrived in the mail and I got it back in the post, I can't tell you how thrilled I was. I mean, it completely surprised me. I was totally startled by having this, just this little thing. And for days I was going around just showing people, look what I got. Yeah. Can you believe it? I'm one of you, really.
I had the exact...
And it's just been such a joy for me when I travel with my wife now for the first time in all these decades that I can go through the grown-up line with her at the airports instead of being separated. So it's completely surprised me that it had much more of an emotional impact than I expected. I really do like it here. And one of the things that people hardly ever notice is I am left-handed. And Britain's a very left-handed country. I mean, drive on the left. When you do drive, you shift with your left hand, which is, great if you're left-handed, but it's kind of a hardship, I would have thought, for right-handed people. But the one thing I particularly remember is you all know how Americans eat with a knife and fork. They cut and then they change hands and everything. Yeah. Well, because I was left-handed, I never wanted to do that, and I was the despair of my mother because I ate the British fashion. Just holding the fork permanently in my left hand and the knife permanently in my right hand. And it used to drive her mad because that's not the way you do it in the States. And I didn't realize that anywhere else in the world they did it my way. And I came to Britain, there's a whole country. And I just thought, I love these people. They eat like I do.
So do you think that there's some DNA genetic throwback that drew you back here?
Well, it was, I didn't think, oh, okay, I'm going to settle here because I like the way they handle their cutlery.
Right. But I was wondering.